Greetings, this is Dr. Melanie Salmon. I'm the founder, developer, and principal live trainer of QEC Quantum Energy Coaching. Most of you watching this are probably going to be part of my QEC community. Many of you will be clients who have tried it out as well. So I thought I would share a little bit about this Module 1 and the history behind how Module 1 came into being as a necessity, how it developed into what we are now going to be offering as a separate standalone Module 1, 4 weeks only, in which you can learn to create the life you want through changing limiting beliefs at the subconscious level of mind. Let me give you a little bit of history quickly. I developed QEC when I left general practice 15 years ago, and initially all I was able to do in South Africa was to offer 5-day workshops. The intention was never to create practitioners. Obviously, people who were practitioners did come and they acquired some skills and they integrated them in what they did back then. But the majority of people, including the few workshops I gave overseas, the feedback I got that it was far too inadequate to be used on others, which of course I knew all along, but I honestly didn't know how to develop a long practitioner training that I would have to be live at myself regarding a lot of travel and a lot of expense. It was lockdown who actually brought the practitioner training into being 3.5 years ago. We were still giving practitioner trainings in Scotland, and we had to cancel those because of lockdown. And what we were able to do instead was to provide the QEC training as a full 20-week practitioner training, which included the ability to be supervised and taught on how you integrate the learning and you take it towards others. The other advantage of the online training, of course, was that people could keep training during the time of lockdown and people could come from all over the world. So I now have a global community that trains in QEC, and this will not change. However, I have to say that over the course of the 3.5 years I've been doing this, I've been wanting to improve, update it, bring more training into the foundation training. And there have been many things that I've wanted to tinker with and change. One of them in particular has been the increasing need for learning about working with trauma. We face a lot of trauma on the planet, a lot of stress on the planet. And so I've taken this opportunity now in the middle of 2023 to take a long, hard look at restructuring the training altogether. And so the Module 1 is part of what is a bigger picture for those of you who want to be practitioner trainings. You see, what I discovered, especially in the recent year or two, was that people who had already had a bit of QEC with a practitioner, they'd been for therapy for 6 or 4 weeks, those who'd been to see me for 6 or 4 weeks and then came on to the training, were in a much stronger position to begin the process of learning about becoming a practitioner. And those who didn't were in a very weak position. And it occurred to me that if we structured the training, instead of it being 20 continuous weeks, we broke it down into 3 different modules, which allowed for a different pricing structure. It allowed for space and time in between modules for people to have a break, maybe to even do a module at a later time. These were all much better choice points, as well as me introducing more information and a more solid kind of training. So let me get back to Module 1. What is Module 1 then going to offer? In my view, Module 1 over the 4 weeks is going to offer you, the first thing of all is going to be it's going to offer you the basic foundation of how you do QEC. You will be learning how to create sentences correctly, and you'll be learning how to install them with the method. So by the time you take on any more advancements in training to become a practitioner, this won't be a problem. This will already be the skill you know. It's a little bit like, say, learning to drive a car. You know, you learn how to drive a car on the safe back streets. but you don't really take it into the busy city or up the mountain roads and the mountain passes until you have more skill. So it's basically the first skill level. But the other bigger advantage is that many people have said to me, look, I don't know whether I'm going to find QEC is my purpose, is my life's work. And so what I want to suggest is that we've got the 4 weeks as a standalone for those people who don't want to continue and become practitioners. They can come along, they can learn QEC, they can learn how to become aware of the things on the surface of themselves, not those deep issues, but the things they're very much aware of, the everyday issues of how they would like to change their lives to a better life, to a happier life, to a life that's more functional and a life that they want. This is why we're calling it Create the Life You Want. And you really can do this in the space of 4 weeks. What, of course, you can't do is go to the deeper layers. And for that, my belief is you need the support and you need the insights and help of a practitioner, and that's why the practitioner levels will follow this. So I'm appealing to everybody who wants to learn more about QEC, who would like to come along and learn it at that basic level, to create the life they want, to please come along and give it a try. Even those of you who've had a bit of QEC therapy with myself or some of my practitioners would enjoy being able to have the skill for themselves. So do come along. It's lots of fun. I'll be teaching in all the lectures, and you'll be doing some practicums with supervisors. And the theme that I'm working through is the theme of connection. I'm really going to be looking through the lens of how have we become disconnected from ourselves, from other people, from those we love, and even from things. We've even become disconnected from work and things like that. So do come along. If you're not sure whether QEC is for you, you'll certainly know by the end of 4 weeks. And not only that, but you will have had a lot of fun and you will have a skill that you can use when you need it. So hope to meet you, and we'll certainly be meeting all the people before they join up. I will be meeting and I can answer your questions. We'll be offering you a meet and greet session with me so that you don't even have to commit for the training without really meeting me first. So bye for now and hope to meet you soon.